Hi guys, welcome back to the Humble Gamer channel. I am the Humble Gamer. This is some more of my career mode journeys on train sim. Last time you saw me I was just arriving in Edinburgh at night. We are now, by pure chance actually, leaving Edinburgh during the daytime. This is on the Fife circle route, as you can see. We're going to be driving the first part of the route, which is the first career scenario we have, driving a class 68. So as you can see, we're starting at Edinburgh. We're going to Glenrothes via Glenrothes with Thornton via Kirkcaldy. This is a part of railway that I actually have a semi-personal connection to, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, let's get into it. So we are in our class 68. So we need to pick up passengers from the platform we're at, which is what we're going to do. And as per, we are staying within the cab and its environs, but since this is the first time I've used this locomotive and we're at a platform, we shall get out and have a quick look at it before we leave. There it is. Some people think it's an ugly looking locomotive. I actually, although I'm not a massive diesel fan, I actually kind of like the class 68s. I think they have a good look about them. Where I used to live, oh, we've got a named one, Daring, oh, very nice. Where I used to live in Leamington, we had a lot of, I'm pretty sure it was class 68s they used on some of the services, the Chiltern Rail services. But also I just think they look better than some other diesel classes that we have these days. But anyway, we're back in the cab now. The reason I might have sounded surprised when I started this is because I didn't expect to have the Fife circle route at this point. But at time of recording, they've just released a humble bundle that had a lot of railway stuff in it, a lot of train sim stuff in it, and they happen to have Train Sim 2021. Now obviously I own Train Sim 2021 in terms of the update, but I didn't own any of the routes that came with it. So I thought, hold on, if I can get that, I can grab the Fife Circle line, which is perfect timing, which for 78p wasn't bad. I should point out that by the time this is released, that humble bundle will have finished, so it is not a thing anymore. Oh, okay, I didn't know the cab view did this. I presume that I am free to gently start moving. That's a nice look at the cab view. So that's the loco main. Okay, that's kind of cool. Very snazzy high-tech locomotives. Yes, I like this. Just a small note, this is more for my own posterity than necessarily trespass signal danger denied. Where is my next signal danger? Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it's not the one that I can see there. Well, actually it might, no, that can't be my signal. Either way, I shall still go gently, because there's obviously a train ahead of us. But yes, just for my posterity, I'm driving with a booble. Actually, two quite nasty boobles. I've recently shut. I'm not swearing at you, I promise. I've recently shut both those fingers in a door while I was out at the post office, and they hurt a lot. So I have a green light, that's why I might turn the sounds up a little bit more in my headphones, because, well, I'm not necessarily a diesel enthusiast. If I'm going to be in one, I might as well hear the growl. Yes, we're now heading back towards where we came from in the last video, where Glasgow lies that way. Because for some reason, no game wants to go past Edinburgh towards the East Coast Main Line. But yes, so we went along this route and came in via this route, and we're going that way. So that will I'll say that again clearer and when we get there. But we're doing the full circle over 2 videos. This one is going to be about 70 minutes, the one after this is going to be about 80 minutes, so it's a little longer than I usually do. I usually don't like to be much more than an hour, but just because we can. But either way, our first stop and indeed our first stop is Haymarket. once we come out of this tunnel. Haymarket isn't timetabled, but South Gyle, Dalmeny, North Queensferry, Inverkeithing, Dalgety Bay, Aberdour, Burnt Island, Kinghorn, Kirkcaldy, Glenrothes via Glenrothes with Thornton. Should be there at 7:40 in game time, so about 1 hour and 4 minutes. But as you may have noticed in previous videos in this series, I'm actually quite good at being on time. I'm going to do a fair few scenarios in this route, because while I'm not doing all scenarios, I want to try and do varied scenarios, particularly if there are multiple locomotives you can drive on a route, and there are 4 locomotives we can drive on this route, so you'll be getting at least 4 scenarios, probably more like 6. I like playing around with the horns. Didn't need to put emergency. I have done this very, very badly, but I'm going to get away with it, I think. I don't know how I've managed to rescue that. That was an awful, awful stop. Everything went wrong. But the point is, I did get away with it. Yeah, we came in from this route here. Anyway, going back to the route underneath my face where that train has just gone, that's the route we came in on last time. Obviously that's the route to Glasgow Queen Street. We are of course going northward, across bits of the country that I have family connections with, because I have family who live up in these parts, and I have spent many days on holiday in and around Edinburgh. I've been to Edinburgh Station. I've taken trains to Edinburgh Station every now and then. None of the big expresses, but yes. There is. I've looked while you could potentially see the member of my family's house on this game. You can't actually, because it's not in there. But you can certainly see if you look. I'm not going to show you because it's a member of my family. But yeah, there are points where you could potentially see. Just get back inside the cab. Where, you know, I know there are bits of this route I know very well. There are bits of it I don't know at all, but there are bits of it I know very, very well, and through familial connections, and I'm very excited to see them. I owned something similar to this. It was called Scottish Central Stage 1 on the original Microsoft train sim, which I do actually have installed on the computer. So if you want at any point to do a nostalgia trip down Train Simulator memory lane, let me know in the comments, and I shall record a video on what is now a very old and tired looking game. But yeah, so again, we've done all this in the previous video with some of the is that like a metro? Yeah, there's some sort of metro line going on, I think. There. Oh. Well, we need to slow down a bit because apparently we're going up to a 75 mph speed limit, and I'm doing 80. Oh, this will be the yeah. That's the route we came down last time. That's the Edinburgh to Glasgow route, and this is now the. We're now heading onto the Fife. Well, we're actually not on the Fife circle yet, but we're currently just on the main line between Edinburgh and Aberdeen. At this point, But yes, these are bits of the route that I know through train sim and through those previously discussed familial connections. There are a couple of bits of this route that I'm excited for. Some of you might also be excited for them. Just because there are some iconic bits of railway on this route. It's one of the few times that there'll be an asset that I really love that I will not be able to use in Sodor because it's just too big. Anyway, here we are, coming to South Gyle platform. There isn't, as far as I'm aware, a corresponding North Gyle. Yes, that's a familiar... That sound is a familiar hum from Chiltern Railways trains. Nope. Sorry, my fingers aren't working how I wanted them to, so I'll be sitting here for a little bit. But yeah, so let's have a look around. No, let's have a look around this cab then. So yeah, it's a very nice. I mean, I believe the Class 68s are a European design, like many modern diesels we have in this country. A lot of them come from either Europe, or I also know that like things like the Class 66 are Canadian. So is this a Canadian design? I don't know enough about. I didn't bother to read up. I'm not that professional. But yes, our next stop is Dalmeny in 4 miles, then North Queensferry. Then Mícheál, Dalgety Bay, Aberdour, Burnt Island, Kinghorn, Kirkcaldy, Glenrothes with Thornton. And it is this next section of the route that I am particularly familiar with, between Edinburgh and Inverkeithing, he said familiarly, because I have family up there and I've spent many holidays underneath the Forth Bridge, and I'm very excited to go across it in high definition. Like I said, I've done it in the old train sim, Microsoft train sim, but I haven't done it in modern train sim, and I'm very excited. Might do a comparison actually. Might do a comparison of how the two look. But yeah, no, I'm excited. And it's about, what is it? What, one? It's over a mile long, the Forth Rail Bridge, and it's just dead straight. It's all dead straight. But yes, no, I'm very much looking forward to going over it. And I'm looking forward to some of the activities later on, where we get to see bits of this route in different lights, and we get to use all the different stock and different locomotives. And the final one is a little bit of a nice change of, a nice change of pace. And I am very much looking forward to it. But yes, here is the route map, by the way. So obviously here we are, down at South Gyle. Then we're not stopping at Edinburgh Gateway. And there's Dalmeny, and then yes, here is the circle. We go that way, and we're going up to here first. We're going up to Glenrothes with Thornton, which is here, and then we're coming back down this way, which is the coast. So yes, this side is the coast. This side is slightly more inland. Come on, folk. Must be nearly ready to go. We've been here for a good 3 minutes already, but that's because I'm ahead. I'm ahead of time again, you see. Scores are going to be good. We're on the flat, so I can afford to release, I think, or at least release some of it. I'm probably sure that actually, in terms of being an actual railway driver, actually releasing the brakes while the doors is open is probably a no-no. If there are any drivers out there that watch this, please do let me know. But yeah, I'm enjoying my time in Scotland so far on this game, actually. Some nice interesting stock and routes, and the scenery of course is lovely. This is very different scenery to what we've been used to so far. Obviously Fort William Malleg we had lots of mountainous scenery, we've had lots of urban scenery. This is again more coastal, so let's get ourselves up to full. Fuel level's pretty good. That's an interesting display actually. I quite like it. Can I change said display? No, that's what it is, but it's kind of cool. 10.3 kilograms of fuel an hour. Woof. This is a thirsty machine, the Class 68. It's Dalmeny platform. I'm not stopping at Edinburgh Gateway. Edinburgh Gateway is a new one. I've never been aware of it. I don't know what it is and what it's for. So anyone from this area, let me know what Edinburgh Gateway primarily serves. Unless it obviously becomes visible from where I am. Oh, hello. Airport? Is it the airport? Yes, it's probably the airport. Thinking about it. No. For God's sake, sorry. The whole point is this is to not be able to see the train from the outside because most ones. Yes, that looks airport-esque to me. I suspect it was just once called Edinburgh Airport. Depending on how modern the station is, but yeah, I think, yeah. I would, yes. Yeah, given what I can see here, that's the station for the airport. And what I can see here is an airport. My uncle used to work at that airport. And I have been inside the air traffic control tower of Edinburgh Airport. Wasn't doing anything, other than watching the planes come in. But, you know, I didn't land anybody or anything, so don't get excited. I didn't crash anybody either, for the record. There you can see in the distance the Forth Road bridges, or one of the Forth Road bridges. Because what is it? It's the Forth Road bridge, and then the new one's called something different. As we slow once again to the 75 mph to go over this one bridge. It is, from what I can tell, a canal or a river. Yep. Push the throttle up again. Oh yeah, one of my fingers, this finger here, my index finger, you can see it's hurt and it's bruised, but I can use it. This one is slightly less usable. It's not broken or anything. Also, I should point out, I'm physically otherwise fine, I'm just whining. That's impressive that you can see the Forth Road bridge. Well done, computer, you're doing a good view distance. We'll go idle. To an 80 mph speed limit. Blue as I thought it would be. I'm probably off screen now. I'm back. So we're now entering Dalmeny, South Queensferry. I'm not sure if Dalmeny is just the bigger of the two, but I know that there's definitely a place called South Queensferry. Ooh. Where does that go, I wonder? Dalmeny branch reverse. Winchburg or Winchborough. But yes, this is Dalmeny. And there you can see just the top of it. One of the most impressive railway structures, certainly in Britain, probably in the world. Flanked as well, not flanked, but next to two of the more impressive road structures in Britain, if not the world. Now we're not quite so far ahead of time this time, that's actually fine, because I'm just looking at that thing ahead of me. The Forth Rail Bridge. If you've never seen it, it's a sight to behold. And I have seen it from many different angles. Spent a lot of time when I was younger on holidays. I spent a lot of time playing underneath that bridge, mainly underneath the Forth Rail Bridge. It has to be said, the Forth Rail Bridge was a bit further away. But yes, no, it was. Oh, it's gorgeous, the coast around there. And used to be able to hear the trains rattling through. And of course, there's the port at Rosyth as well, just up the coast, and that's brilliant as well. So there's I think it's naval, from what I remember. The port at Rosyth. So you'd see big ships coming up and down the Firth all the time. It was wonderful stuff. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, then speed limit of 50 mph across the bridge. If when you see this bridge, by the way, obviously we'll see it from the cab view only, but you can see it in its full glory in the screenshot that I've used for the thumbnail, which I shall show just next to my face now. So this is what it looks like. This is what it's like to drive over it, and it is just so amazing. One of the reasons it's been done quite so bulkily is because the original bridge, I shouldn't laugh, the original bridge collapsed, and they wanted to make absolutely certain that this one didn't, so they overbuilt it by some ridiculous amount. So yes, the nearest bridge is the Forth Road Bridge. There we go. The lattices of the fourth bridge, the Forth Rail Bridge. Yes, I did check the name of the bridge you can see behind it, the new bridge, but I can't remember what it is. But yeah, that's the one that carries the motorway. It's the A900 that comes across the Forth Road Bridge, the closest to us, and the M90 goes on the bridge behind it into North Queensferry. So called because the Queen used to have a ferry that went from North Queensferry ahead of us to South Queensferry Irish. There's a little island in the middle. I did look at what that's called as well, but I can't remember. It's Inver something, I think. And then yes, here is one of the smaller spans in the bridge, and then there's a large one. God, this is amazing. It's amazing. What does it look like from the cab? Oh, beautiful, beautiful. A lovely structure. An absolutely gorgeous structure. And yeah, there is North Queensferry here. I think on this side, down here, there's actually a sea life centre. Anyway, here we are into North Queensferry Station. I spent a lot of time down here. Most of my time was spent over there, underneath that bridge. But so here we are. This is North Queensferry now. I have nowhere near broken anywhere near early enough for that. But again, I might be able to save it. And I think I have, actually. I'm concentrating too much on the scenery, not the bloody route. Although one thing I am going to do while we're here, I'm at a platform. I'm going to do the train sim world thing and get out of the cab because we are technically at a platform. And I want to show you this mural, which is exactly what they have at North Queensferry Station, and it's weird, wacky, wonderful, and I think in its own way gorgeous. So it shows you a lot of sights you can see around the local area, and it's really nice that they've got that. Really pleased that they got that. Anyway, so this is North Queensferry Station. Yeah, I liked here for Deep Sea World. So it was, yeah, it wasn't Sea Life, it was Deep Sea World. That's one which is genuinely different, as my my employer's parent company would tell me, and would no doubt be angry at me if I didn't point it out. So it is worth pointing out. But yeah, those are the bits of the route that I know very well. Inverkeithing is a station I've left from, but after that we're into places that I have been, but not by train. So this is now me route learning again. Oh, that's awesome! I can pull that down if I get lights in my eyes. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. That's a nice feature. Can I turn? Oh, I do have cab lights in here as well. Good. I want to have an SOS button. Oh, that's an emergency brake. Not quite what I thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to send a signal. Anyway, that's enough of me wittering on about bits of railways that I kind of know semi-ish. I'll put one bit of throttle on, but given that we're only going, but the limit is only 50 mph, and we're going into a tunnel that's going down in 1 in 70, I suspect that actually I won't need to do much. I will put a little. I will get us up to 50, but that's because we're now going to drop down from the level of the bridge down to the level of Inverkeithing, which is quite a drop actually. Pardon me. And so, so yeah, it's quite a tunnel, this, going down into the hills. And Inverkeithing is where the split happens. Where's this next line coming from? From Rosyth Dockyard, yeah. So yeah, Inverkeithing is where the oh, we're out of the tunnel. And not by much. Yeah, no, this is bits of nope, career mode. This is bits of route I know because this is where we used to approach the Forth Bridge from on our way up to. I know we'd come off Forth Road Bridge and we'd come to this as an island, a road island around this bit of this bridge, I believe. Probably can't see it from the train. Yeah, there it is. There, yeah, that's the one. Oh, I'm speeding. I do not wish to be doing that. Minus 20 points. That's what I get. I'm looking at the bloody scenery. That's what happens when you look at the bloody scenery. Now I'm going to be late at Inverkeithing. See if I can pull some time back by getting us up to 40 mph. Yet another tunnel. Yes, I'm now going to be late at Inverkeithing. Not by much, so it shouldn't lose me too many points, but I am actually going to be late at Inverkeithing now. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Anyway, from this point on I'm going to have to focus on the railway because I don't know the scenery half as well. So I won't be able to bore you with my... Look at me, I totally know this because I went there like 5 times. It was more than that, once a year for 12, 13 years, but yeah, it's not like when I was on the Severn Valley Railway where I did actually know Here's Mícheál. We are going to be about a minute late at Edinburgh. There you go. What are they going to do? Complain? Probably. But yes, after this, from this point on, I'm going to be focusing on the route and driving because I have nothing else to say. But right, okay. So where are we? 1 in 145. So what I might have to do is I might have to very briefly, once I've set us going again, go and fill my drink. But actually, that once I've set us going, because we are going to be late. I want to know what my points deduction is going to be. Oh, plus 40. That I did not expect. Anyway, yes, I've set us going now, so I shall hopefully be back in but 30 seconds. I don't know if it was I don't know if that was 30 seconds, but either way I'm back now. I'm speaking very briefly, but we're going up the speed limit goes up to 50 now anyway, so minus 52 points though, that stings. Oh, and I didn't think we were going the coastal route first. I thought we were going the inland route first. But either way, we are going the coastal route. Oh god, I'm speeding again. Oh, never mind. Minus 160. Ooh. Well, I've decimated my score. That's poor of me on every level, but never mind. Yeah, maybe. What do you want? Fuss. Apparently not. He's legged it. But I have decimated my score there by fundamentally being lazy. So actually, yes, just to confirm, we are going this way round and stopping here and then coming back via the inland route. So my apologies for misleading everybody at the start of the video. I thought we were going the other way round. Like I said, I don't know really what I'm talking about. Either way, this is Dalgety Bay platform 2. More party into the platform. There's a class 158 coming in with presumably a local service. It's basically what I'm doing, but I'm doing it with the class 68, so I've got a bigger and better locomotive. Part of me is going to have a licorice torpedo. So if my voice sounds funny for the next few minutes, that's why. Well, let's see if we can build this score back up, shall we? Especially now that I am concentrating. In inverted commas. Plus 87, that's good. And the speed limit of 75, so we've got speed on our side. Aberdeen platform at 10 past. It's in 2.5 miles. We've got 5 minutes to do it in. Yeah, we're gonna pull this back fairly swiftly. Quite a forgiving timetable, realistically. I'm going to go inside the camera because we do actually get to see the coast from this route. We go bloody close to it at times. Climbing 1 in 94 at the moment, so I'm going upwards. This is a nice loco. It's fun. It's nice to drive as well. This is another thing, because I'm doing all these career scenarios, I'm getting to try locos that I wouldn't necessarily normally drive. Some of them are more difficult to get to grips with than others. This one I feel like I understand already. I mean, I know it's a diesel, so you know, turn the key and go, but at the same time, I sort of feel like I've got a handle on any little quirks it's got. So anyway, yes, here is Aberdour, or coming up is Aberdour. We need to apply the brakes because speed limit is 50 going into Aberdour. And obviously, you know, we need to stop at Aberdour. Otherwise we'd fail the scenario. So here's the 50 mph speed limit. And there is Aberdour. No, for God's sake, sorry, that is just simply my fingers not doing what I'm asking them to do because they hurt. Nice actually, we've stopped that stop at Aberdour. I like it. I like this route so far. This is nice. It's nice and well represented from what little I actually know of it. Let's have a look. Idle brakes are on. Engine temperature 67.4. Fuel level is pretty darn high. Fuel consumption is still 10.3 kilograms per hour, so where's my AWS button? Where are you? There you are. Just for you Colombo fans out there. This is not. Oh, hello. Was that in Gaelic? Aberdour. Albert Dobert. Dobert? Dobhire? Somebody who speaks Gaelic phonetically, please type that into the comments. And I apologise for once again being English and trying to speak another language. Because as we all know, that never goes well. Come on. Close your doors and get in the train. Got shit to do. Places to go, people to see. Rabbits to kick. Pardon me. Oh look, it rhymed. Alrighty then. So yes, by all accounts we do get to see the coast. I had a quick look on Google Maps. So to see whether I knew the route as well as I thought I did, apparently not. But there we go. Plus also it's just nice sometimes. I find it fascinating to look at routes on maps. Sort of from above and see. Just see what it looks like. I'm a nerd, and I'm sad, and I make no bones about it. There are many things that many people would find mundane that I find genuinely fascinating, and maps are one of them. Maps and routes and hidden little things. Well, I think I'm going to have to get a Class 68 on Sodor. I think that's going to have to happen. Not that I'm using these career scenarios as a sort of audition. Oh, hello, there's the coast. Yeah, not that I'm using these career scenarios as an audition for locomotives, but if there's one I haven't tried before and I like it, it'll get a chance on Sodor. And I'm still short on locomotives for the way I want to run it. I need extra locomotives, and the Class 68 would probably do quite well. Free up. Because I'm assuming from what I've seen of it, Class 68s are basically passenger diesels. I mean, they could probably do a good turn on freight, but this looks like a passenger diesel. Cab. Ah yes, Burnt Island. Another port, I think, isn't it, Burnt Island? Certainly a seaside town of some description. But here we are, all very nice. I can imagine with... Oh, for God's sake, pressing all the wrong things. I think this is the kind of route that would be good if they went back, and you know how they did the Riviera line in the 50s, if they did the 5 Circle line in the 50s with some proper LNER, an ex-North British or whichever route stock, that would be really cool. Both as a professional or community project. Just if you're looking for inspiration. There we go. We have arrived at Burnt Island. Yeah, it's still quite early in the morning. It's actually in game. It's 7:15 in the morning. Kind of cool that you can still see the moon and the sun very close to each other in the sky, which I'm not sure is how it works, but. I have no doubt that somebody in the comments can correct me and tell me that actually seeing the moon and sun that close in the sky is perfectly possible. I would have thought they would have been on opposite sides of the sky, but I am not an astronomer as much as I would love to think I am. But because the sun's quite low in the morning, get some speed up as we head away from Burnt Island. And Kinghorn platform in 2.6 miles. So we've got Kinghorn, we've got Kirkcaldy, and then Glenrothes with Thornton. So we've got a couple of longer stretches after these sort of suburban-y, no, not suburban, but local stops. Well, this is nice. Scenery-wise, this is very nice. Oh, a beach. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So we can speed up now, and we're going to have to slow down again fairly drastically. 65 to 30 going through that tunnel. Wonder why. Single track? No, it can't be single track. Either way, I might as well slow down because the speed limit we're going up to is 65. We're doing 63 anyway, and we are currently slightly ahead of time. Not by much, but we are slightly ahead of time. We pulled the score back anyway. Well, this is nice. I like this. Some assets being used for Sodor, methinks. If you don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, the Sodor I'm talking about is in the description down below. It's the Sodor snippet series you're looking for. Also down there, I'll mention this at the end of the video, but also down there, if you're interested, check out the Steam Workshop routes playlist and my Railway Empire playlist. If you like railways, but of a different, in a different gaming style. So yes, this is where now we're going to start to slow. Because just past this bridge we go down to 30 mph for some reason. I thought this was a main line. But anyway, we go down to 30, so... and I'm going to be speeding for quite... oh, I didn't mean to put the emergency brake on. Damn it. Damn it, there go all my points. And we're going to be late at Kinghorn now because the emergency brake makes you bloody stop. Damn. This has been bad tonight. The second part of this route, doing the inland route, will go better, because this is one of the worst I've done. Come on. If we can still arrive at Kinghorn on time, then a minor miracle will have taken place. Emergency brake setting. Fortunately, I'm not worried too much about the score in these scenarios, but I would like to keep it positive if possible. Speeding again. Jeez, I am not concentrating. I've driven this badly, but I'm enjoying the route. As we pull into Kinghorn platform, just about with a degree of grace and decorum intact. So yeah, we've lost our way a little bit since coming across the Forth Bridge. And you know, there's no disguising that. So Kirkcaldy is in 3 miles, and Glenrothes is in 8 miles. So yes, we will have a bit of time to build up some speed on this section as we sort of veer in a little bit. The coast is sort of actually over here, really, so we don't get to see going on down there. Bear with me, I'm just going to have to see exactly what the rabbits are doing. So enjoy the view from the cab. It's all sorted. Gave her what for? Okay, we're not going to speed anymore, because I could have had 1,000 points quite easily. But I've lost concentration on too many occasions. Taps for the next 2 miles. Then we have to stop at Kirkcaldy, and then we can open the taps again up to Glenrothes. I reckon. I don't think this was part of the express route between between Edinburgh and Aberdeen. I think the other part, the inland part, was the express route. I think this was the secondary main line. Excuse me. I apologise if that caught anybody off guard who's listening. And again. Sorry, rabbits. Okay, so we're now on sort of final approach to Kirkcaldy. I'm going to be a minute ahead of time, which I think means I can go and refill my water. Yeah, so far it said this scenario should be about 1 hour and 10 minutes, and so far 55 minutes, and we've still got yeah, I think it's probably going to be about 1 hour 10, maybe a bit shorter actually. So mind you, I've been recording for 55 minutes, I have not been playing for 55 minutes, because those two are two separate numbers. In terms of what I record and what you actually see. So a gentle application of brakes. I think the braking is the one thing I need to understand. I need to really learn with this loco, but I'm getting there as we are well within the 65 mph. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I think I want it more deft with the right hand on the braking buttons, I think. So as we pull in here to Kirkcaldy, nice station building, particularly on the right, just going past my face now. Oh, passing another local 158 service. Application. And there we go. Yes, we're a bit early, so I shall go and refill my water, and I shall see you when it's time to leave Kirkcaldy, and it's an hour on our final run. Then our final 5 miles up to Glenrothes and Thornton, exactly 5 miles. So yes, I shall see you in a few moments' time. Okay, here we go. We are back, and we are ready to do our final 5 miles between Kirkcaldy and Glenrothes. Sorry, just finishing off another licorice torpedo. I've done some reading, and actually, these are designed as mixed traffic diesel locomotives. On Class 68, they are designed for also for use on container traffic. Which is pretty cool. They shall come in very useful on Sodor, or one of them will anyway. On Sodor I tend to like to just have one of each class. Because that's kind of how Audrey did it. This whole idea that the North Western Railway begged, borrowed and not quite stole to make its locomotive fleet work. I like that, there's just something endearing about it. Slight climb out of Kirkcaldy. Heading towards an 80-mile-an-hour speed limit, but we're still on the 65. It's only going to get to Glenrothes 5 minutes early, so we've been making good progress. We've been making very good progress. This run has been fun. Apart from the fact that I lost my concentration so many times that my score has been utterly destroyed. And what, on any other day could have been, you know, a thousand points scored. I'm ending up with about 300. Little mistakes, and ultimately laziness. And to be fair, outside Inverkeithing, a flat refusal to slow down. I saw what was happening and I did nothing. So, you know what, and I stand by that decision. Nobody got hurt. Speaking of, once we hit this summit here, start ascending towards a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit, so I shall idle the power throttle. We shall have a look-see outside through the cab windows. I know what that 20-mile-an-hour speed limit is for. It's for, yes, the turning. So it's from the... Oh, hello. On the other Coincheanainn, that's 170. Slow. So yeah, you can go from here. You can go to Markinch or Leven, but that's through the route directly ahead of us. But we're obviously going left. Nice and simple. Beep as a warning. Release the brakes a little bit. I mean, we've got time to play. We're not going to worry if we slow down too quickly, because we are going to get there in plenty of time. But yeah, so the route directly ahead of us goes to Leven or Markinch, in the north, basically Aberdeen. Ultimately. the line that makes this an actual circle. So the route to the north is just on our right there, and this is the route to the west and eventually back to Edinburgh. It's a fairly steep drop at 1 in 61, don't know how long that maintains. Gonna have to do some driving, I think. It's already dropped back to 1 in 94. And there is the main line. Ah, God's sake, thank you. Yes, that is the rest of the route that joins. Oh no, maybe the coastal route was the main line then. Yeah. Either way, here we are at Glenrothes. Yeah, that's not bad actually. I enjoyed that. Some nice, interesting scenery. Nice locomotive to drive. No major complaints whatsoever. Quite happy with all of that. And you shall join me in the next video where we shall continue this run, but we'll go through the inland route and then back round to Edinburgh, where we shall stop at Dunfermline on the other way in the next video, because we shall go through it. But yes, this is Glenrothes with Thornton. So if we start to slow it down, do a final, not quite final application. And this will be the final application. There we go, everyone's basically on the platform. So yes, I will now be forced to sit here for 4 minutes while this finishes loading, so it considers the scenario finished, but I'm not going to make you guys do that, because that is the end of this video. So what we shall do is we shall get out of the cab, get out of Daring, and have a look at him. Since we are at a platform, we can do that. That's the one rule I allow myself. We can get out of the locomotive at the platform. So either way, thank you ever so much for watching. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. Check out Train Sim in the description below. Check out my Sodor Snippets playlist, description below. Check out my Train Sim Workshops playlist, description below. Check out my Railway Empire first series, description below. If you want to see any particular routes that I do the scenarios for, let me know. If I already have them, they're probably planned. If I don't have them, I will have to see how finances go. But ultimately, I would love to be able to take requests, but I can't right now. Also, check out the annotations on the screen you're about to see, and come and join me in the next episode, where we shall continue in part 2. As it says on the screen. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. I was me, that was Train Simulator on the Fife Circle. See you very soon, guys. Goodbye.
Oh, straight through my fuel tank. Oh god, all of that went down the wrong way. Where am I? My chest hurts. Oh god. I'm actually dying, YouTube.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You're gonna die on me.
Quite possibly.